Okay, and some of these they use that 30, 60, 90, so I wanted to give you an idea of how to do this. So on one of these problems right here, it gives you the triangle of the 30, 60, 90, and it tells you that the short side is 2. So if the short side is 2, since 30 is the smaller of those two angles, then it has to be the side that's across from that. So that means this side is 2. And they want us to find this side down here, so we can call that X, I guess. So let's look at, let me get the triangle. So although this is kind of in a different direction, you can see here that it's basically the backwards version of what you had. So this side would be 2, and this is the side that you're trying to find. So in this one, if you look, that means A is 2. So this side down here, if it's A square root of 3, then this is going to be 2 square root of 3. And that's the long side. Okay, so this is kind of how this works. You have to take the triangle that you have, this one, and compare it to the triangle they give you, and try to figure out the sides that are missing. Okay, let's see if we can look at the next one. Okay, so the next one that we had, let me get the picture. The next one looks like this. Okay, they tell you the short side is, the short side is 7. And so, I'm just trying to find the next one here. So the short side is 7. So I'm going to pull the next, let's see, photo recently added. Put the triangle over here. Okay, they want us to still find this long side. So if the short side here is that A, that means that's 7, then that means that down here that's going to be 7 square root of 3. And that's going to be the long side. Okay, so basically, again, you're comparing this triangle to this one. Okay, let's see the next problem. Okay, so on this one, they tell you the long side is 3. So this is 3. And they want us to find this side. So I'm going to put my triangle over here so we can kind of compare it. So this side down here is equal to 3, and they want me to find this. Honestly, if I knew what A was, I'd be better off in this whole conversation because then I would know what I was doing with that. So what I'm going to do right now, hang on, I'm just trying to find the problem that matches up with this. Okay, so if I know that this part is true, I'm going to take it and I'm going to solve for A. So to get A by itself, I'm going to divide by square root of 3. So those cancel. So I have A equals 3 divided by the square root of 3. Now the only problem in this specific one, you cannot leave a square root in the bottom. That was one of our rules from Algebra 1. So to get rid of the square root of 3, I would have to multiply the bottom and the top by square root of 3. That's called rationalizing the denominator. So on the bottom here, I would have 2 3's underneath there. On the top, I would have 3 square root of 3. Now, if I look at this number, 3 times 3 is 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. So it will be this. Now, these 3's will cancel, so that means that A is equal to the square root of 3. Now, if they want me to find the hypotenuse is 2 times A. So 2 times A is going to be 2 times the square root of 3. And that's going to be your hypotenuse. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next one. See if I can pull one off. I just pulled off the ones that you missed off of that. Okay, here's the next one. And I'm going to put that 30, 60, 90 up here just so we can compare it and deal with it. Okay, so it says using the techniques in the model above, find the missing side. So I have kind of two triangles here. So AB, which is this whole side, is 8. BC is 4. And they want me to find this piece. So there's really a couple different pieces that we can do with this. First of all, if I look at just the small triangle here. So that small triangle has a 60-degree angle here, which means this one would be 30. This side is 4, and this is the side they want me to find. So first of all, this is the hypotenuse. And if I want to look at this side, it's across from the 60-degree angle. So do you see here across from the 60-degree angle, it's a square root of 3. Okay, this side is the hypotenuse. This side right here is the hypotenuse. So I know this is equal to 2a. So 4 equals 2a. If I can find a, all I have to do is plug it in there. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So I get a equals 2. And then I need to take this and plug it in here. So it's going to be 2 square root of 3. And that's what CD is going to be equal to. Okay, let me pull the next one. Okay, here's this. I'm going to pull off the 30, 60, 90. Again, so you can just see this over on the side as we're trying to solve. Okay, so AD is 6. DB is 2. And they want me to find AC. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start out using the triangle. Let me do this first. I'm going to focus on just this triangle. So let me see if I can make it big enough so I can write in it. Here's 90. This is 30, which means that's got to be 60. This side is 6, and this is the side they want me to find. Okay, so first of all, the side that they want me to find according to the picture up here is going to be 2a. This is across from the 60. So across from the 60, it's a square root of 3. So I know that this is a square root of 3. So if I have a square root of 3 equals 6, I'm going to solve. And then if I find a, I can plug it in there. So again, start by dividing by the square root of 3. Those cancel, so a equals 6 divided by the square root of 3. I can't leave the square root of 3 in the bottom, so I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by square root of 3. So 6 square root of 3 over 2 3's underneath. So underneath here, that's 9. So the square root of 9 is 3. And if I look at this piece out here, that can reduce. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. So it's going to be 2 square root of 3. Now that's what a is equal to. Now up here, I have to do 2a. So if I have 2a, it's going to be 2. And I know a is equal to 2 square root of 3. So these two I can put together. So 2 times 2 is 4. So it's 4 square root of 3. And this is going to be what AC is equal to. Okay, let's see the next one. Remember, at any time you can hit pause to write down whatever you need to. Okay, here's this. Let's get that 30, 60, 90 triangle on here so I can write on it. Okay, so this one says BC is equal to 2, and they want me to find AB. So there's kind of a couple different ways that you can go about this. The big thing for us is I want to look at the overall big triangle, which is 30, 60, 90. So if I look at that overall, I have 60 here, 30 here. Here's my 9-degree angle. That's 2, and this is the side they want me to find. So this side is going to be the hypotenuse. So I know that's going to be 2A. This is across from the 30, so across from the 30 is A. So this means that A is equal to 2. So if A is equal to 2, and I want to find 2A, I do 2 times 2, which is 4. So AB is equal to 4. Okay, I think there's one more left. Oh, nope, that was the last one. Okay, take a look at these. Any issues with the rest, let me know.